Republicans represent the superminority here at the California State Capitol. They have little say on which laws are passed or how taxpayer dollars are used here in California. But yet, California's Democratic Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas stripped some of the most outspoken Republicans from their high-profile committee roles. Here's a look at which Republicans and what each had to say.
It's just another day in this corrupt institution.
Assemblyman Carl DeMaio is one of 5 Republicans abruptly removed from his committees after publicly scrutinizing state spending.
We face a budget crisis, and the voters are angry with what's going on with their money. And Mr. Speaker, I hope you can hear me. I'm not backing down.
All this shows is our Republican caucus is growing stronger and stronger.
Assemblywoman Alexandra Macedo removed from multiple committees after her vocal criticism of California's high-speed rail project and her support of the Trump administration's investigation into it.
To come after a freshman Republican shows that maybe not as all as well in the Democrat caucus as they'd like us to believe.
I made my first request to hear from Assembly Speaker Robert Rivas about this decision at 7:30 this morning. I didn't hear back, so here outside of the Assembly chamber, I waited this afternoon during floor session with the hopes that he would come out of those doors and we would be able to speak with him. But instead of coming out of these doors to get back to his office, the Speaker took a back entrance to avoid us.
Didn't even get a phone call.
Assemblyman Joe Patterson removed as vice chairman of the Health Committee. He recently spoke out against the California legislature's use of non-disclosure agreements that legally keeps the use of taxpayer dollars secret.
This would have been my 3rd year on the committee, and to not only remove me as vice chair, but also remove me from the committee altogether, it's just wrong, and it actually puts Californians in a less healthy situation now.
This isn't even a silence of me personally. I think this is a silence of my district. And
Assemblyman David Tangipa removed as vice chairman of the Insurance Committee after criticizing California's handling of its insurance and affordability crisis.
if this was happening at the federal government and our majority party was removing the minority party, they'd claim right now that this is a dismantling of democracy.
It's not the first committee I've been removed from.
Assemblyman Bill Asaley recently criticized how some Democrats are unwilling to stand up to Governor Newsom. He is no longer vice chairman of the Elections Committee.
What I've learned here in Sacramento is if you're effective, if you speak truth to power, you say things that are inconvenient to the majority, they will retaliate, often in petty ways.
Republicans will still have representation on these committees. The ones you just heard from, though, are just being replaced by those who are not as outspoken. Reporting at the state capitol, Ashley Zavala, KCRA 3 News.
A spokesman for Speaker Rivas sent a statement saying in part that he routinely addresses committee needs throughout the year. Rivas has served as Speaker for about a year and a half.